Welcome to my end of season Mythic Plus guide for Arms Warriors in Dragonflight Season 3. No matter if you want to get Keystone Hero or push for title, Arms got you covered. If you're completely new to Arms Warriors, check out my 100-second basic guide here. While we're currently not a meta pick, we are definitely viable for higher keys, because both our single target and AoE damage are insane. This is the talent tree I would suggest. It offers big AoE with Thunderous Roar and Blade Storm, while also being very good in single target damage. Especially our execute phase is strong thanks to Massacre and Executioner's Precision. We are also running Warlord's Torment instead of Blade Master's Torment for more control and rage generation. But you can swap it out if you want more spin to win. We also have decent utility with Stormbolt that gives us an extra interrupt in CC, and Ignore Pain, which is a decent defensive in those scary one-shot moments. The whole playstyle is very proc dependent, so the priority list is pretty dynamic. This is our single target priority. Use Avatar on cooldown. Execute with the sudden death proc. Warbreaker, Thunderous Roar and Blade Storm on cooldown. Mortal Strike, Thunderclap if Rend is missing, Overpower, Whirlwind, Slam and Thunderclap. Our execute phase is much simpler and looks mostly like this. You keep pressing execute until you have 2 stacks of Executioner's Precision and then use Mortal Strike. If you're out of rage, you use Overpower as a filler. Use Avatar, Warbreaker, Thunderous Roar and Blade Storm on cooldown. Our multi-target priority looks like this. Use Execute with our sudden death procs, and don't forget it also applies Rend thanks to our set bonus. Use Thunderclap if Rend is not up. Avatar, Warbreaker, Thunderous Roar, Blade Storm, Sweeping Strikes, Mortal Strike, Overpower, Whirlwind and Thunderclap if there's nothing else to press. Just make sure to use Sweeping Strikes after Blade Storm and Thunderous Roar. How should you use your Legendary if you have it? Since our cooldowns don't affect it, you want to use it as a filler outside of our cooldown phase. Here's an example of an AoE pull. You want to wait until the mobs are gathered and use Thunderclap to apply Rend. Then use your DPS spot, pop Avatar into Warbreaker, use Thunderous Roar and start spinning with Blade Storm. This will already be huge initial damage. After Blade Storm is done, use Sweeping Strikes and follow the multi-target priority list with our Overpower and Mortal Strike spam. In a 2 or 3 target scenario, you want to follow the single target priority list and just use Sweeping Strikes. A single target boss pull could look like this. You charge in and Mortal Strike. Thunderclap to apply Rend, then pop Avatar, Warbreaker, Thunderous Roar and Blade Storm. After that, you follow the single target priority list. If you expect ads to show up during the encounter, you can save Blade Storm and Thunderous Roar for that. Okay, we got our damage covered, but how do we keep ourselves alive? First of all, defensive stance. It's one of the best defensive abilities in the game and you can always use it. If you're low on health, use Impending Victory for a good amount of healing. If you expect spell damage, use Spell Reflect. Even if you can't reflect a spell, you will have a magic damage reduction while it's active. Die by the Sword is our big main defensive cooldown and will save you in most situations. Another defensive is Ignore Pain, which uses Rage to absorb damage. Use it only if you really have to or if you're overcapping Rage. Our last resort is Rallying Cry, which should only be used as a personal defensive cooldown if you really have nothing else left. Usually you want to use it as a group defensive. So how do we use our cooldowns? Basically, Zug Zug. We're here to smash things and not to think, but try to use Blade Storm together with Warbreaker and Avatar if they line up, and use Sweeping Strikes after that. Now let's talk about stat prio. We want to focus on crit and haste, followed by versatility and mastery. But this is just a rough guideline though. If you really want to know what the best stats are for you, you should sim your character and your items on raidbots.com. If you have any questions, feel free to comment here or just ask me live on twitch.tv/NinoMMO. That's it. Good luck pushing. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.